Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Now, I ain't made a Happy Monday video in a while because I know I'm kind of weird. And I ain't want to say nothing too crazy because the public judge people who think like me sometimes. Like, I hug a tree. I'm one of them people. If someone was standing on a cart talking about how the world is flat, I listen. And I ain't saying I agree, but I listen. I might even have a conversation with the individual. And now you walk by, see both of us talking, now you think I'm crazy. So you know I'm just stay at home. But I definitely feel, while I was writing some of my story, I want to share the greatness of you. In the sense of every day you wake up and take a breath, you could be a different multiverse variation of yourself. Like, we only got one day at the end of the day. Like, you can plan something for next week, next month, next year, 5 years, 10 years, but we only got one day. That's all we got. And I'm not saying you should not prep because that one day can be the start of a beautiful tomorrow, but man, is tomorrow even a thing? Because once you get to tomorrow, it's just today. So I don't know. It's one of them slippery slopes, but you can enter any variation of yourself, man. I want folks to know that because a lot of people don't be truly knowing their piece. They just think they know what their piece is. And if you think you know, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. And it's like layers of thinking. A person can have an idea of what they want. That's one type of person. And then it's another person who thinks they have an idea of what they want. So if you think you have an idea, you're just like double thinking. You think you have an idea, and you don't. You just think you do. All you're doing is thinking. And it's like, you never really get to it because you know you can accomplish it off the rip. But because you don't have that firm on it, you're not really putting nothing into motion. It's just floating around in your head. It's a thought that ain't been thunk of, but you aware that you can think of it if you try. You just ain't started the process of trying yet because you know you can think of it whenever you want to. Boom! Okay. So yeah, hit the inhaler. There we go. So with that being said, this random thing that I'm drawing is basically a picture of, the multiverse variations of you. Because let's just say, I'm married. So yeah, the Mo Larry got married. So this is a variation of, oops, I don't like this huge spray paint. Mo's making the Warriors on the screen. But yeah, Mo Larry got married. So the variation of Mo getting married is this right here. It's a whole nother multiverse version of me that ain't got married, or at least ain't got married yet. But regardless, they was single longer than me. Feel me? So that's a whole nother lifestyle. Now I can wake up tomorrow and end it all if I wanted to. And now I'm gonna be a whole nother variation of me that gotta go through a whole nother something. While it was a other variation of me that kept it pushing and thriving and surviving. So that's two different. If I went to your crib and stole something, you think of me as a thief. So to you and to everybody you tell about me, I'm a thief. So now I'm that multiverse variation, that thief variation of Mo Larry. So yeah, every day the choices you make dictate the variation of yourself that you become. Like, yeah, become, yeah, you are, but then you become because you do the same things in a pattern. And it's just making that choice. Like, yeah, you can go all the way up out here, you still gonna get here. You can mess around and bounce around, you still gonna be out here. Or you can mess around and fall off, but you still gonna be out here. So all of this is out here. Regardless of if you believe that you can achieve it or obtain whatever's out there for you or not, it's literally out there. It's literally out there. The most important thing is not worrying about all this, it's worrying about this right here. And that's you. Like, that's your greatness. And you can get life spoken to you from others, but you got to know how to communicate with yourself. We never really taught how to communicate with ourselves, nor other people. Honestly, it's easier for people to say something mean to each other, whether it's out of love or aggression, than it is for somebody to say something nice to people. Like, folks, even saying something nice about yourself in this day and age, people, who you think you is. Like, yeah, it's one thing when you speak in life about yourself opposed to speaking life to belittle others. But yeah, people really don't. People have more fun saying real treacherous and mean things to people just because it's a habit, and that's that variation of them. Like they're a variation that only knows how to do this because they made the choice to start doing it, and this is what they've become. But at the end of the day, they could wake up tomorrow and not do any of that ever again and be all the way over here. A different variation, path of redemption, and with the lesson learned. So it's like, man. So I just want you to know that you're great. I want to let you know you got to tell yourself that you're great. Um, Take what I say with a grain of salt. This is why I don't be doing half money. I be talking mumbo jumbo. But if you don't get nothing else out this video, you just got to know that you're great. But you got to tell yourself that. You say you can. If you ain't told yourself nothing all day, and the first thing you heard of being called great or something good about yourself today is this video, you need to change something. That's all I'm gonna say. You need to change something. You need to change something. If this is the first time all day, all week, all month, all year you've heard something great about yourself, you got to change something. So now you need to get on the other path. But you got to, right here. That's the most important thing right here. Everything else, hey, you going to get there for sure. Like I said, whether you walk and make them choices to get down there, whether you fall off and end up down here, hey, whether you bounce around and see a little bit of everything, never finish the story, but you see a little bit of everything, to each his own. But you got to get this right. If this ain't right, can't none of this truly do what it's meant to do. All the bridges are crumble because this ain't right. And to get that right, you got to be able to classify what that right is. Like, yeah, there's a like, I don't know, I feel like as humans, we have a moral base, like, logic of, if I'm doing something with, like, I don't know how to explain intention. Like, we know when something could cause harm to people, and there's a choice of making that. Like, you can do that if you want to, but there's like, come on now, I don't know how to explain it, but we are consciously aware of a base choice of right and wrong, is what I'm trying to say. Right and wrong. Now, there's lots of loops and Robin Hoods and all this and all that, but there's still a base concept that I think is ingrained in majority of us that knows right from wrong. So, say all that to say, you got to know what your right is. You have to know what your right is. And can't nobody tell you what your right is but you. Like, you got to figure that out. Like, you can get tips and tricks from other people, and it's like if you was cooking something, you got to get the seasoning from me, but you got to have the food yourself. You add, really might have to add base seasoning in your cabinets already too. And if you want to pop up to a Mo Lowry video, get some Lowry's, I got you. Pop up somewhere else, get some cloves or some lemon pepper or something. Somewhere else, get some oregano, some herbs, some powder, something. But you got to have that base yourself. You might come back with a new dish, someone to help you cook. It's a lot of stuff out here. You got the choice, but you got to have that. I don't want you to know you're great, but you got to tell yourself you're great. Like, you have to tell yourself you're great. Don't imagine yourself telling your imaginary self that you're great. You got to tell yourself that you're great. You got to say it, like, right now. Or even like great is just a vague word. Like, by the time you see another video of mine, you should have a better word than great to describe yourself, and that's how you build this right here. Like, great is just a vague word. But I'm elegant. I'm beautiful. I'm superior. Whatever is you got to have your essence. You got to have your essence and know what that is, and, do your thing and obtain what's yours. Because everybody got their whoop the bam, and we all got something that's out here for us, but we ain't gotta, we're not in competition, because what's out there for me, I'm not worried about no one else getting it. I need to worry about and make sure I can get it. Because I'm either going to get it or I'm not going to get it. And no one else is going to get it, but I will notice them obtaining some of theirs. And that's when people get envious. It's like, they ain't got nothing of yours. You just ain't got yours. That's all it is. And you think what they got is yours because you ain't got it. No, that's theirs. Now, sometimes, if you ain't careful with yours after you get it, some people can't, that's some people game too now. But if you good right here, you already got your piece. So can't nobody take that away from you. Can't nobody, like, they can, disrupt it, shake it up, spin it around, but once you got that, you got that. But you got to get that. And you already got it in you. You just can't let all this other stuff occupy your time of obtaining it. So how do you unlock the doors within yourself? I don't know. I can't point you to the direction of those keys. But I will say, you already got them on you. I just don't know if they're in your pocket, your book bag, on the shelf, in your coat, in the car. I don't know where they at. But you got them on you. So I'm just saying, look close. You feel me? They somewhere in you hot. Hey. So with that being said, this is why I don't really make Happy Monday videos. Because I get to talking some crazy stuff. And, I just want y'all to know y'all are great, though. I don't know what I'm going to call this picture. I need to sign it or something. So, yeah, this that back in the day paint shop. Yeah. So, happy Monday. It's about to be New Year's. For me, April 1st, I celebrate New Year's in what we call spring. Or I celebrate New Year's in what we call April 1st. When we switch to the calendar, we on what, the Gregorian? Gregorian? What's the calendar called? It's either called, it might be called Gregorian. The calendar that we on now basically has New Year's set to January 1st on some winter solstice stuff. And there was a group of people who didn't celebrate the New Year's then because it's still ice out. The animals ain't really got back up. Trees still moving like this. Flowers ain't woke back up yet. So they don't celebrate, or they not telling Earth happy birthday until, spring hit. So when they kept with those traditions, even though the calendar changed, once they started doing a happy birthday Earth, people was laughing at them. April Fools. Look at these fools celebrating New Year's in April. We been did that. Y'all just now clowns. That's how they, yeah. Or at least that's what some of them say. Who knows? It's a deep rabbit hole if you ain't got no glider. But yeah, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Yeah, it's crazy. Even though it's entertaining, I guess I'm celebrating April Fools to some people too then, huh? Man, let me see if I can get this. Alright, okay, let me do the last name real quick. And I'm gonna get up off this video. As always, it's been a pleasure. I'm just gonna upload after I get done, so if the audio is terrible, you might still be able to see this cursor on the screen. My bad, but I definitely hope, not even hope, because hope is kind of I believe that, okay, I try to get this line, you can find your peace. I don't think that's a good smile. I was trying to make a smile. Maybe let me just use the wavy line. Yeah. I believe you can find your peace. I believe you can obtain your glory. I believe you can achieve the stuff that you were meant to achieve, that's meant to help bring balance amongst us all. Because I ain't telling you I believe in just some crazy, wild idea that you got that's just like world domination. Now, I ain't saying all that. I'm saying the stuff that we all supposed to provide for each other at this, we all on Earth at the same time cookout. I definitely believe that you can make the best variation of the dish you're supposed to bring, and we can't get no leftovers because it's all gone. So once you leave the barbecue, folks know, hey, you brought some heat. Feel me? Somebody else might have came with that weak sauce, but for sure, they know you came through because you was right within. You was in that kitchen. You was there. So hope you understood something I said. If you didn't, sorry I wasted your time. It's too late now. Video with, but happy Monday on Justice.